Hey there, lads and lasses. This here, of course, is Thunderhand64, coming at you live from the west coast of the United States here on a Wednesday. It is a little bit past noontime. That can only mean that it's time for some Generations of Minecraft server. I'd like to, right off the get-go, welcome in Taters and Angel. Good to see the both of you. Angel, you guys can see the shout-out, the auto shout-out there for Angel. Please go check out her stream. One of my very favorite streamers. All right, so what do we have planned today? Today is Generations, and we are on the particular Wednesday during which we will be doing Baby Zombie Rush. We'll be working on that in the creative test world. Well, not actually in the creative test world, because we are in beta with Baby Zombie Rush. And so we're building that out in its own particular world. So enough of that. Let's just log right into it. Okay, that's working well. And let's log on in and see if things... here we go. Here we go. So... when last we left off, what we had done here, let me see. Yeah, I'm in creative. Good. Is in certain places along here, we had installed some of the soul sand speed inhibitors under the slabs here. So as you're running along, you'll encounter them somewhat randomly. I've avoided putting them in the intersections, but just to slow down the players a little bit, to give our poor baby zombies a chance, and to make things just that much more perilous. And then we started decorating some of the sides. I went around and started putting in some of the gilded blackstone. I would really rather do this with World Edit and just paint the pattern on there. What I'm trying to do is something that looks like this, with some of the blackstone, gilded blackstone, and some of the wall units like this with a little bit of the glow lichen here and there. And this is the pattern I want for the entire maze. And then the floor of the maze is still just slabs, but I would like it to be the blackstone peppered in with the polished blackstones like this. I think that's a really cool thing. And you know what? I don't want to overdo it with this because this can get very gaudy looking if you overdo it, especially the gilded. You got to just pepper it in there. But I tried to initially use World Edit for this and just to paint it on in there, but I couldn't get it to work. And so I've been going around by hand, just putting in the gilded first and then the blackstone next, and just peppering it in. The maze isn't really that big, but it's taking more time than I would like. So I don't know, maybe I'll experiment a little more with World Edit and see if I can get something to work. Also, if any of you have any experience with World Edit, you can certainly, backseating is allowed. You can certainly type your suggestions in the chat. I am using the replace command, and I'll show you how I'm using it first. There are some options you can type into that command syntax to get things to work differently, but I'll show you what I'm trying first, and then we'll take it from there. But I think we'll spend this stream trying to work that out and seeing if we can. And if not, I'll just do it by hand. I'll just continue by hand. Because you do get to, I do get to a certain point where I'm fiddling around with something so much that, at that point I could have just accomplished it by doing it by hand, even though it takes longer. But, hey there. Packing for travels in the background, right? Lovely textures, thank you. Quick packing break. Before I get too long into this, a couple of things I'd like to show off here. Let's go back to the camp scene for a moment. Here we go. So Monday, Thunder being a show off a little bit. A little bit. It happens sometimes. Fuck, you should have seen me back in the day. I was the frontman for our rock band. Talk about showing off. It's embarrassing. But in the funniest and best way possible. I like to think anyway. Others may disagree. But Monday, I officially turned 60 on Monday. And so my sons sent me some artwork that they did. This is for my older son, Biggie Cheese, who's off at university right now. So we had a little remote birthday get-together. Well, remote for him. And then, of course, the mighty Kachi. Let me position that right about there. Of course, Kachi has to make something. Those are really cool. I have the coolest sons, I got to admit. They are fine human beings. So we had our quiet little birthday here at the house. Mostly here at the house. Mrs. Thunderhand did take me out to dinner, and that was a good thing. But it's, New Englander men, we don't make a big deal out of that. So it was nice and small the way I like it. So sounds lovely. It absolutely was. And when each of my sons give me the digital files for each one of those pieces of artwork, I will post them on our public Discord like I do every year. There we go. And you guys can see all of that stuff on there. let's switch back to our display scene. There we go. Now we're back to this dude here. Also, a little bit of an update on Buffooncraft. So, Buffooncraft Season 5, my last stream for Season 5 will be this Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. That's where I'll be wrapping up the build and going about and wrapping things up, tying up some loose ends, closing everything down. And then Friday, I will be done with Buffooncraft Season 5. The season officially ends on Sunday, the 20th. Some of the other buffoons, I'm pretty sure Flying Villager will be doing a world tour at some point, either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But Sunday, the 20th, is when it closes down. Buffooncraft Season 5. There will be a break for a number of weeks, and then at some point in November, Buffooncraft Season 6 will fire up. The exact date in November, we're not sure, but it will be a couple of weeks. So there'll be a break in between because some of the buffoons really need a break. But also, there are some incredible things being developed for Buffooncraft Season 6, and we want to give ourselves as much time as possible to implement all of our ideas. We've already had our first meeting. We've already made a number of decisions about things. It's just that the exact startup date still hasn't been determined, but couple weeks break. So that's what's going on with that. So all of this week, I've been working feverishly off camera on Buffooncraft Season 5, the Iron Farm and stuff, trying to get that to a point where I feel satisfied in leaving that. So, and then Friday, I'll probably be, I run a 2-hour stream. So maybe the first hour, maybe putting some finishing touches on that. And then the last hour will just be going around. Since others will do a world tour, I'm not going to do a world tour, but I will just go around and showcase some of the stuff that I've been working on, that I did on that season, and I'll do some of that stuff, and then I'll do wrap some things up at my base and stuff, and then I'll pretty much at that point sign off for Season 5. We'll be in the background again. Please do, Taters. Appreciate the lurk. You do what you need to do. And meanwhile, I'm going to be struggling with this. All right, let's get out of F5 there. And let me see. I need to pull up a document here on the other display. Let me see. I can close that out. I can get over here. And, you guys can't see this, but these are my notes for World Edit and my World Edit commands. Is that what this is? I think that's what this is. Yes, here we go. All right, let's take a look at some of this stuff. Copying and pasting structures. Creating a brush. See, what I'm looking for is making a brush that applies materials. All right. Yeah, I've got this. So this is my experimental wall section. You can see the sections are roughly 4x4 by, and it's just about 4x4 by 5.5 sans with the gap and then the half down there. Right, and so you can see the wall sections are like that. And so to build the maze, I just use World Edit to copy a square like this, a square, excuse me, a volumetric shape like this, and then I just placed these units to make all the walls and stuff and to copy the maze pattern that I had predetermined. And that's how I've been doing this so far. And, you know, I would have included the gilded and the blackstone and the wall units in this, but I hadn't really settled upon that exact block palette while I was building it. So again, you know, I'm retrofitting stuff is never ideal. You know, that's always difficult, but let's do the best we can here. Let's get rid of that. Let's do this. Let's get our hatchet. Usually to make a brush, you do this, and you have to be holding the brush in your hand like that while you enter in the command, and then brush like this. Single slash, those are Minecraft commands. Double slash should be world edit commands. So we've got this, and then we need the brush right there, and then we need the apply option. Now here's where you set a shape for this. And here's a problem now. What if I don't set a shape? Let's just do the shape first. Let's just do cuboid, because we do have a cuboid here, right? Let's just do that. And then the next is supposed to be the number of materials I'm putting in there, right? So let's do 3 materials like this. And then we're supposed to use the set command like this. And then here are the list of materials like this. We want some, and you know, you don't have to scroll like this. You can just, the autofill will take care of it, like blackstone right there. And you just separate them with a comma like this. And then no space though. Gilded blackstone like that. And let me see. And then we need to retain the polished. But you have, even though there's polished already on there, you have to enter polished in, because otherwise it'll just overwrite all of the polished, right? Right. I think that's what I'm trying to do. Now, see, here's the issue. Now, you're supposed to be able to right-click on this, and it will replace these blocks with those blocks. But what happens is, see, it makes this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 6 by 7 structure like this. Or see how it added this onto it? That's what I don't want. See, I would like to have this throughout the entire maze, but not in these dimensions. So this is what I'm trying to work out here. And I think I remember when we were working on the lunar event with Shut Mountain and Flying Villager. Villager's really good at this stuff. But I think I remember doing something a little bit different than this. But hey, handy world edit command is this one here. That's probably the most important one, right? So let's try this though, and let's, like for example, if I take out the shape, what happens? Yeah, see, it crashes, right? So shape cuboid has to be in there. What happens if we take out the 3? Item. Forest. I don't know. Let's see what happens here. All right, it accepted that command. Oh. I'm inside it somehow. All right. Let's do an undo. And let's see what happened. All right, maybe we should get out and away from this thing a little bit. Doc. I think I took out the 3, right? Yeah, we're still getting the same kind of deal here. But now it's even bigger than it was before. So that doesn't work. All right, so let's get this. And let me look at my logged in commands. See, I know the commands for item logs, aim cursor, and then type in corresponding coordinates. Yeah, see, I can't use coordinates because of the maze, right? So, but there's something where you can do something like replace all of the polished blackstone with these 3 blocks. There's something like that in a replace command. And so what I could do is I could do something like this, and like I could select this here, and then I don't want to show too much of the maze here, but that I could select that corner, then I could come all the way over to here and select like this corner and say replace all of the polished blackstone with these 3 blocks. So we could try doing that. All right, but that's just a replace command. So let's try doing that. Because worst comes to worst, if it doesn't work, we can just change it back, right? So we can do this. We can do replace. So replace near. I don't know what that is. Replace, and we'll say polished blackstone. And then we can make a list of materials, right? But see, the one I have down here is just replacing everything in a bounding box with air, because that's like deleting, right? But I know I was using that command during the lunar event, but I didn't. Evidently, I didn't get that down. All right, I'm also going to see if I can look this up online too. Let's just do that quickly. So we'll do world edit. Command like this. We'll see if we can come up with stuff. the problem with looking up commands for edit is getting current ones, so when you search for something like that, then you look on here, you'll think that this is the current command, and then you'll look up and you'll see that the date that it was posted was back in 2011 or something, and that command doesn't work anymore. All right. So I'm off camera right now. Off camera. I'm on a different display right now. Looking at these replace commands for world edit. Let's see. Basics. What's the date on that? Yeah, see, November 9th, 2011. Yeah, it's changed since then. And then a lot of these have videos, and it's I feel the internet punishes you if you're able to read. It's like, yeah, I don't want to watch a video about this. If I could just read it, that would be great. Don't like reading. Like, I'm in the middle of a stream. I can't just put up a video right now. I mean, I suppose I could, but it would be inconvenient. I'd just rather read it, Set a position. Okay. All right, I think I've got this. All right, let's try this. So what we need to do first is we need to set our coordinates. So let's set, let me see if I remember how to do this. And I don't want to change this slab or these bottom blocks down here. So this is my lowest area. So not this or this one. Yeah. All right, so let's do this. And to type in chords is pretty easy to do. Let me get over to here. So you type in your first position first, and this selects the bounding box in the region for this, right? So let me see. We need to go // like this, and here's our first. So POS is not piece of stuff, it's position, position 1, and then we type in our coordinates. And you know what I found is handy for this is just to have F3 on like this. And where you see targeted block, those are the coordinates to use. It's just easier. It's a little bit of typing, but it always works first time. Where it doesn't work is sometimes the selection process is like, I'm not selecting the block I'm looking at. It's like the block immediately below that, or the one I'm standing on, or where the my Minecraft figure's head is, or their feet are. And it's sometimes it gets, when you're in the flow of working, it gets a little confusing. But if you just look right over and see targeted block and just use those are the best coordinates, right? So // position 1 like this, and then you just type in the coordinates, and you don't put spaces between them, just commas, right? So this is 761, comma, where am I? 74 like this, comma, and then negative a 1639. 639 like that. That's the first position. And again, I want to fly over here and not show too much of the maze. I don't think it's really that much of a problem with showing the maze, but... All right, now here's the other block. That was the low block, the low corner block. This is the opposite high corner block over here. So this we need to do // we need to do position 2 now, because it needs 2, right? And then we do coordinates for this. This is 646 positive, and we're doing 77 for the Y, and negative 1754. 1754 like that. All right, and so now it has that bounding box in its memory, right? And so now we can do, when we do the replace command, it'll implement, deploy the replacement in that bounding box. All right, so that's what we're trying to do. Let me take a look at this. We do this. We do replace. We do, and I think I can get away. Usually, users will type in a block ID, a numerical block ID, but I think you can just use the name too. So polished Blackstone, not Blockstone, Blackstone. Thank God for. And then I think you can now. And then the new should look like this. And I think if I put all 3 blocks in here, but let's just try 1 block first. All right. Let's try just good old Blackstone. And let's see what this looks like. All right. So this is actually really good. This did exactly what I wanted it to do. All right, that's really nice. All right, now let's see if I can put 3 blocks in there and see what happens. So let's do, and notice the gilded that I had already put in there hasn't been changed, right? And the wall units haven't been changed, nor the lighting. Nothing's been changed except the polished. So that's really cool. Okay, now it goes back, right? And so now I'm thinking, what if I do this and I list 3 materials? Blackstone, I do the gilded underscore Blackstone. Blackstone, and then comma, and, oh no, gilded isn't spelled like that. That's the wrong kind of gild. Gilded. And that's why I didn't get the autofill option. Gilded Blackstone, and then polish Blackstone. Now, the polished Blackstone's already in there, but it'll mix it back in when we do the replacement. So not andesite. We want the Blackstone, polished Blackstone right there. I think this will do it. Fingers crossed, people. Okay, it did it, but it did it in this kind of pattern, which is kind of heavy on the gilded Blackstone a little bit, but it's not that bad. So I'm wondering if I should just go around and do the Blackstone, polished Blackstone, Blackstone wall units, and then just go in and pepper in the gilded Blackstone by hand, because this is pretty heavy-handed. There's Shut Mountain. Is redstone working properly? That's unheard of. Shut Mountain. You guys can all see the auto shout out there for the mighty Shut Mountain. Friend, moderator of this stream, and fellow buffoon, of course. The one and only Shut Mountain. Okay, so you can see it's just that the gilded is a little heavy there, and I don't know how to get World Edit to work in percentages like that. But let's do this. All right, and let's try this instead. Blackstone. Is that how that works? Blackstone wall and polished blackstone. Good. And it should leave the gilded that I had already put in there in place. And then we could just run about and then just pepper in the gilded by hand. Most of that is already done. So we could do something like that. Wow, that's severe, though. See, because the wall units are really, really severe. Yeah, so maybe those... I mean, it looks kind of cool. But at the same time, I don't know. That's a little too much. You know what would be cool, though? I think I've got a way around that. Let's do this. Let's do this first. Well, let's undo that. And let's do this. Let's take out the wall units for this part. Because I know what's making it look super jank. All right, I think we're good. I think we're good there. So replace the polished with blackstone and polished. Like that first. All right, so we can do that first. And then I'm thinking the wall units look janky when they're along the top here. So if we just lower this position 2 by 1 block, and then it'll look better. Maybe. But I thought there was a proportional proportional parameter that we could apply that would, you know, affect the ratio of how many gilded blackstone blocks to blackstone blocks to polished blackstone. So you could dial that in a little bit better. We'll try to put the wall units in place. I mean, because you guys can see already that looks better. I think it does anyway. Already I like it. And I don't mind running about and dotting in the gilded. But I think I have the order of this wrong. So let me do this. This would be better if I did this. Let's undo that first. Let's do this second. Where's my position? That's way back here. Position 2. All right, position 2. Let's lower. Is position 2 the high block or the low block? Let's see. Targeted block. Okay, position 2 is the high block, like that. Position 2 is the high block. So let's get that position 2 command, and we'll lower it by 1 block. that. And like this. Okay. So I've just taken the selection box and lowered it by 1, right? So then let's get over to here now, and let's get the 3 options. Blackstone wall, and we'll do this. Okay, it looks a little weird. It still looks a little weird because there's a little bit too much with the wall units. Again, the wall units in here, may be something like the gilded, where it'd just be better to go around and pop it in by hand. I'm thinking that's the case. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just do that. So let's just hit an undo. Like this. I'm going to do this now. Let's get that position command again. Let's restore the height on this. Like this. And let's just go with the that. Okay. So this so far looks the best. And remember, these other, like the chiseled and the gilded and the wall units and the lamps that are behind these remain intact because I'm only replacing the polished. So these other kind of blocks I'm not. So they stay in place. So it doesn't undo my work, right? And then I think I'll just run about and just finish out the gilded by hand, because you guys can see that a lot of the gilded is already done, right? So I'll just finish that out, and then I'll do the same with the Blackstone wall units. I'll put those in place. Let me try to get a region. I'll do this. Yeah, we can work in a region over here. Like this. And how was I doing this? Yeah, I think I was doing something like this. And I don't think I was putting any of the gilded in any of the intersections, but it's kind of hard to tell. That's the problem with working on this only every 2 weeks. Every other week, because you forget what you were doing. But it looks like any region that was an intersection, it looks like I wasn't decorating any of the intersections like that. Like here's another intersection like this, and you can see where I wasn't, where I didn't do any decoration there. Other than the Blackstone, which I just put in, and I don't mind that. So, in other words, I would take a section like this, and I would leave this open, and I would just go along here like maybe that. And maybe like that. But one of the things I was doing was I was also putting these in place too in some of these sections. Like that. I think it just looks cool. All right, so let's take one of these and put that in there. Something like that. That way, see how it's not... let's take that off. And it's not so... Yeah, like the gilded is a really strong block. And it can be overpowering very, very easily. Yeah, like this. We'll do something like that. Maybe one right there. Okay, that's good. That's good. We just run around through the maze and we just do this. Yeah, like you can see this section has already been completed. But you can see some of the chisel needs to be installed. some of these places like Lake Sioux. I mean, I could just run around and like do all of these first. And it's easier to fly to do this, but well, I don't know. Maybe I can do that without revealing too much of the maze. Right? Like this. Because there are sections of the maze like this that still need to be done. Not many, though. It was one weekend, not too long ago, where I think I just spent an entire Saturday just doing this. Yeah, almost all of these have been done. Thing is to keep moving quickly. Keep moving quickly. Let's go do some of that. See, this is one. It has to be done right there. Right. Looking good there and there. This one needs to be done. And that one. And that one. And that one. And this one. Here we go. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas, people. We have a plan. Got a little redstone show in there. Okay. By the way, Shut Mountain, I did... Let's see if we can show that. Can I slip in through the side here? Maybe, maybe not. Let's just go around front. I have an access area in the front here where I can dip down below. Excuse me. Let's do this. Bushes! Do I have any that I can use as an example? I mean, I have redstone over here for the gate. Oh, but I'm using the rails there, huh? Oh, here we go. There you go, Shut. Shut Mountain. So I was on Shut Mountain's realm the other day because he and I and Nebula actually are working on an event together. And we're working on redstone, and Shut and I are trying to figure out redstone power levels and things like that for his particular room. And Shut is using the resource pack that shows you the signal strength levels for the redstone wiring circuits and stuff. And I looked at that and I thought to myself, why haven't I been using that? Thunder, why? Now, I'm using the very simple one. It's the Vanilla Tweaks resource pack that shows you the signal strength. There are better ones out there, or I won't necessarily say better because some people just like the redstone signals, but there are other resource packs and stuff that will show not only the level for the redstone wiring, but for the components too. They'll show how much signal or how much signal strength is going through a component too. I think for now, I think this is enough for me. You know, when I'm building redstone devices, this gives me enough information. Shut, I think you're using a different one than the Vanilla Tweaks one. I got it working finally, by the way. Awesome! Woo! So as far as, so I think as much as I feel comfortable giving away at this point, Shut Mountain, myself, and Nebula are working on an escape room event. The three of us. And so far I have a room that's I can say is complete, pretty much. Shut has completed 2 rooms, and Nebula is working on her room, her first room, and I'm got some solid ideas for not only a second room now, but even a third room. So, yeah, I think we settled upon maybe 4 rooms apiece, and we've got a basic theme going. And but as far as when the event will take place, we're not really 100% certain, but we are thinking before the year ending, so sometime in November or December. All right, I think I'm good with these chiseled black stone features. I'm good with this. I don't think I've missed any. Right, I think I've got all the corners decorated. And these aren't super critical features, these chiseled blackstone, polished blackstone blocks, but they just look kind of cool. You know, they're just like little accents to put into place. All right, I think we can continue with the gilded. At this point, I can take like maybe 1. And sometimes I only like to put like about maybe 2 in an area like that because it's so small. Again, this can be super overpowering, right? And then here, I can put 1 there and maybe 1 up here, like that. Then I can go over here, I'll put 1 there, maybe 1 there. All right, let's do that. And this. And then we'll do the same thing with the wall units too. So now on these, I'll just stop short right about here because these dead ends are all going to have features in them. And so that's another thing I don't want to necessarily over decorate those. Okay, this is good. Like, see, that whole section is done now. And it doesn't really take a lot of time. I don't feel it does anyway. All right, here I guess can count as an intersection like that, and similarly here and there. All right, this is nice. These sections I really like because they're long, uninterrupted sections like this. And I'll just put in a couple of defining blocks on either end, and then I can just spam blocks in the middle. Like that. That should be plenty. Again, like just taking it super easy with the gilded. And one of the other things I want to do along the maybe that's what I'm trying to do. Along the outer walls, it's just to do something like this. And just maintain the consistency. So I may be dressing this up as I go along. But I'll do something like that. And I may even take out some of these blocks depending on, you know, what I'm able to... I don't want to really reveal anything on the other side. But because there will be, you can see along the outer walls here, I have these areas back here for redstone and stuff. So, and I guess it's not too bad, you know, if the player's running along and then they could see, oh, okay, this is an outer wall. You know, I really don't think they're going to have time to really take advantage of that information so much. But I really like this color palette. What do I have for light here? Is that lit back there? No, it's not. And I feel like it should be. Let's yeah, we need a little bit of lighting. I don't like to go too crazy with the lighting, but at the same time, there we go. You know, having it be a little darker in some of these areas is kind of cool. But at the same time, the viewers, I want the viewers to be able to easily see the action, right? All right, that's good. All right, yeah, this is a good section on which to work. Right here, we've already gotten that side, but we need to do this side and this side. Okay, this is good. Let's just start here then. We can do something like that. And then let me see, since this is a long wall, we can use that for the corner. Do that. Then maybe one more right about here. That's good. And then same thing down here. We've got this and this. Is this a long wall? No, it's a short one. All right, so let's do that. We'll do that. And then this. I like this. All right, looks like that end's been completed. Can do this and that. And let's get into here. Yeah. All right. This is a longish wall. So we could do this. Let's do that. You guys might be able to tell that I am following a certain kind of pattern, but not strictly. Not strictly. And sometimes I get a little grief for overcomplicated patterns, but I like structure because structure actually stops me from thinking, from overthinking. I just establish a pattern and then I'm good. You know, then I don't have to think about it. Whereas if I don't have any kind of structure, any kind of pattern or anything like that, then it's really hard for me. I'll place a block like this, and then I'll place, you know, another block like this randomly, and then I'll put another one like this and one like that, and then I'll stop and nah, and I'll just keep doing that, and it's just floundering. So if I have a pattern, it stops me from doing that. And then I don't really, you know, I have to do some thinking to come up with a pattern. But then once I establish the pattern, then I'm good to go, and I don't have to think at all. I can just spam. Yeah, that's nice. Good. This section is complete. And of course, the viewership, you guys are in ads right now, for which I apologize. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think you do. Let's do that. Then over here, I'm going to do that and that. And then, as I had mentioned before, this appears to be an outer wall, so let's... Okay, so that's looking good. You overcomplicate things? Never. Believe it or not, I have been accused of that before. Sometimes justifiably so. Like, see, this is nice. A nice long section like this. Because now I don't need a pattern here, really. I'm just breaking things up. Now I can just come along like this. And that's good. I like that. And then similarly, I can do this on the other side. Right, and now I can just spam these again, as long as I don't overdo it. Like that. Let's see, I'm going to do that and that. And this and this. Is there redstone on the other side of it? Yeah, I got to be careful not to break that. I guess I should make certain this still works. And it doesn't. Uh-oh, that's not good. I must have broken something. What did I break? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I broke some redstone right here. Somehow. I wasn't aware that this was broken. Really, thunder. Oh, I know what happened. When I did the replace, it broke the redstone. That's what happened. Let's see. Oh, and it got all these blocks in between, too. Right. I'm glad I came across this. Okay, I think I need that. I think I need that. No. It's supposed to go into here. Those are delayed. That's not helping. That's supposed to do that. That's supposed to do that. Oh, that's why. We're doing this. These are outward. And let me see. I forget how I had this. Let me see. This comes into here like this. And the thing is, these are supposed to hit first. And so I think I might have had an insulating block in place. Anyways, I'll figure this out later. My mind is focused on this right now. This will come back to me in just a moment. Or maybe not. I don't like leaving things. Yeah, I forgot about updating those blocks. Let's do. Right. That might not have to be. That way I can just work this stuff out over here instead of destroying all of that over there. I think it's supposed to be like that. And then if I do lever. Let me see. 1 tick delay, 1 tick delay. Okay. So this is in the open position. And that's in the closed position. Yeah, that makes sense. Now you can see where I just doubled this on the other side. So how did I power this in? I think I had this in such a way. So you guys can see this kind of thing here, right? Let me see. How did I do this? I think I might have done something like that. Did have the power coming in from one side. And I needed to hit this and this first, and then these secondarily. So I think I had it distributing in the middle and then coming out to the sides. But that means it would have to either come from under or come from over. And that can only mean doing something like that. Because then it won't leap across here and power these. Yeah. Like that. That's it. Right. Now it should work. Yeah. Okay, good. See, I'm glad I worked that out because I've forgotten that was the case. And now the clock should close that and we're good. Thanks for the moderation there, Shut. Let's do something like that. And usually I don't decorate the dead ends like this. Interesting, Thunder. Did I break anything back here? Now I got to be careful when I do this. Good, good. And let me see, that wouldn't be decorated, nor would this be. But this would. Okay, I like this. This is much betterer. Now, can I get away with doing something like that? Okay, that's better. So, fleeing from their lives from baby zombies. Presses the button, that goes up into place. There's a momentary hesitation there. And then they can get through and they can decide, do I want to go straight through here or do I want to come through there? Okay, good. Done and done. All right, let's finish this part then, since we're already over here. We can do this, 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 and let's do something like that. All right, I like that. And then just a little bit. Let me do something like that. Something like that. Okay, and we've got this area through here. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do through there, but I've got to continue some stuff out that way, that away. Yeah, okay, I'm good there. I'm good here. I'm good all through here. See, the Gildan, placing it by hand seems like it's going to take a long time, but it's really not that bad. Once you get the pattern and then you establish it, it's good. At least for me it is. Now there are other sections down here that do need some work. This has all been completed. Right. We're good through here. Looks like we're good through there. Lighting there. We got lighting there. Again, the lighting, you know, I've got to think carefully about the lighting. I want it bright enough where the viewers can see, but I don't need it too bright. Okay, all of this looks good. Yep. Dead end. Down there, it's going to need a little bit of work. Dead end here, like it. I should have baby zombies chasing me while I'm checking this out. But let's just do this. I think I can do a flyover here, again, without revealing too much. Got all my writs down here. Yeah, a little bit of this here. That needs to be done like that. That's already completed. This needs a little bit of work. I let things stray here. Okay, that's good. All of that is good. Okay, this needs some work down here. Let's do that. And that. Say this and this. We've got all of this to do. Okay, we're in a section that needs some work here. Great. And here I'm going to do something like that. I think I'm actually past the time at which I'm supposed to switch into standing mode. I think this is a good section where I can do that. All right. Ah. Where am I at here in the playlist? Okay, we're good. Make some minor adjustments here. There we go. All right, let's head on down this way. We can put something right there. Something here. See, now we've got a nice long section here. We can just spam stuff in here. Like that. That's nice. And then similarly, on the other side down here, something like this. So when you're trying to make something look random, you have to remember that there is repetition in random systems. So you might be thinking, well, I want to scatter all the blocks away from each other. But in true random systems, you get repeated blocks. You get repeats in the pattern. And so that's usually a dead giveaway of when a human's trying to simulate randomness, right? Because there's no repetition. So you can tell a human's been trying to do that, right? So if you want a truly random looking system, you got to remember to include some repetition. And it's a little bit more authentic looking. And your intuition usually tells you not to do that, right? To break it up. But if you fight that instinct and get yourself to do it and get used to it, have faith in the math, then you'll see that it gets a better result. At least I think it does. So let me see. These I can bring actually all the way down here. This is going to be nice. Nice and easy. Like say you've got like one directly over the other there. That's good. That's good for random. And then even along some places you can do like vertical like that a little bit. Right? Something like that. How are we doing here? This is a pretty long wall here. So I'm going to do that and that. Okay, here's another situation where we've reached an outer wall. So let's just go install these slabs right on down through. I guess I could do this with a fill command, but it's really not that bad to just run down here and place them. Ugh. Except when my hands do things like that. I'll fill that in just a moment. Great. Okay, we're good there. Let's go border these areas now. I'll put that one there, and I'll put this one here. And now we can just do some of this nice, easy stuff. Like that. And similarly, break up the distribution there a little bit. I like it. I like it. Here we can go E or sans like this. Put that one there. One right here. One right here. Like this, and now we can just run along this whole section. That's nice. Oh, good. I get to do a lot of correction in here now. And we have some more slabs to replace. I was going to originally go with the shroom lights for lighting, but I really, really didn't like that. And so, yeah, I can work on the lighting. I can install my better idea for lighting. Yeah, all right. So let's finish down this dead end, and then we'll come back around. I want to do that. Again, we're going to have to install some lighting down here after we replace these. Okay, I like it. Let's do that and that. I want the glow lichen, but I don't want it anywhere here. Glow lichen I want right along the top. I'm thinking if it's too close down to the level of the player that they might hit it and dislodge it. And that's just all the more stuff I have to fix after a run. All right, so let's do a little bit of this. There we go. So I shall put some lighting right in there. That'll lighten up this part. This lightens up that part. That's good. We don't really have much going on here, do we? So just the wall unit. Yeah, there we go. You can see how that is now a little bit more subtle as far as lighting goes. I don't think we need any right here because this one is kind of doing the job. Plus, we're going to have to extend that out a little bit because I've noticed as I get close to the outer wall, this is very light on the outer walls. Very bright, I should say. And I don't want the difference to be that stark. Good. All right. I'm liking that. Okay, this is a long wall. So we can do that. Here we have some lighting down here, so we're in good shape. We have this. Let's do that. That and that. And we'll put one more there. Okay, that's good. Yeah, you can see how dark it is right here, right? So we're definitely going to need some lighting. Maybe right there to brighten this up a little bit. Okay, I like that. Okay, this section over here already has lighting on both corners. That's good. That'll brighten things up a little bit. Biggie Cheese over at university telling me his math test went well. That's my boy right there. First order differential equations too, which is pretty slick. Those are the nicer ones to solve. First order ordinary differential equations. Those are the nice ones. But the poor lad has the partial and partial ODEs coming up. I mean, PDEs coming up, partial differential equations. Those are a little less fun. Those are hard. Even for me, those are hard. All right, here's an outer wall. We're going to have to do a little bit of work on that. Okay, I like that. Let's go install these. I like this. I figure, you know, we're making good progress on this today. All right, I like the way that that looks, and I'm at a dead end right now. So let's skip on over from there. Let's just look at our areas here. We'll find a dead zone that's going to need a little bit of work like this. This needs a little bit. If we're going to do lighting in this section, well, we have that, and this is kind of close to the edge. It should be all right. No. Yes. Okay. Yeah, all right. I'm digging that. All right, this is good. This is good throughout here. This, of course, is really good. This is the test area. I think I have some lighting in there. That's good. I might put some additional lighting down this corridor here, but we'll see what happens. All of this should be done. We might be finished with the gilded. We might be. I'm not going to put too much in this area. And this is the entrance, right? So I think I'm finished with that. We've got this long track all the way down here. Right, and this whole section has been completed. So we'll work our way from the outside in. All right, I like that. And I think I can come along here and look at these sections. This is nice. I'm really liking the way that this is looking. Yeah, all of that is good. Okay, this section in here hasn't been done yet. Good. All right. All of this looks good. I think we're done with the gilded. Yeah, I think we are. All right, so now it's just Blackstone wall units. You can see where I've been placing the Blackstone slabs. We'll be doing a little bit of that too. Ah. This is missing a little bit here. All right, let's get the Blackstone wall units now. Here we go, Blackstone wall, right there. Okay, and this is pretty straightforward. This is just running about, and wherever there's some Blackstone, just putting in some Blackstone wall, but again, not in the intersections. Wherever there's some Blackstone here, just go do this kind of thing. Doesn't need a lot. Again, this is really easy to overdo it here with these. All right, that's good. That's already good. Let's head on down this way. Not too much. Yeah, that's good. All right, I'm liking this. Yeah, that's good as is. Again, I would have preferred to have done this with the World Edit command, but it's just a little too aggressive. Like, it was really aggressive with the Gilded, right? And it was pretty aggressive with this stuff too, so... You know, just to go after... Just to go in after and just pepper it in by hand, you know, that's not such a big deal. That's already there. We're good. That's in that spot. Yeah, this kind of work is nice, especially for a stream. I don't have to think too hard. I can just come in here and lay these things in. And yeah, I establish a little pattern for it, but you know, it's not a big deal. Actually helps me not to think. How am I doing over here? All right, I've got that on that side. Let's go put in some of this. All right, that's okay over there. I'm going to do that. Great. In fact, if I didn't have to work on Buffooncraft Season 5 today... Oh, that's cool. That's like double lighting. Then I could probably spend the rest of the day just finishing this up. But I do have to do some serious work on that iron farm today. That's fine to do that. That's good. I would like to have that in a state in which I would feel satisfied leaving it for Friday's stream. So that means busting some butt today and tomorrow. Let's do that. That. One over to here. We'll put that there. Maybe one right there. Yeah, that's cool. Oh. We're missing some gilded here. On that one. Yep. We got it though, we're good. Let's see. Maybe here. Do that again right there. Okay, I'm liking that. Yeah, let me see. That's a dead end there. Let's get over to here. I think I already did this side. Yeah, I did. So let's take a turn over here. Head back this way. All right, dead end there. good. Down through here, I think. All right, we know where this place is. Why is that there? Is that in the... Yeah, it is. So let's do that. I gotta check, make sure I didn't break any redstone. I don't think I did. Let's break this up a little bit. This side, I'm good. I'm gonna break that up a little bit. Okay. Okay, we did that. We've already done this. All right, we need to hop along the wall here. Oh, we got a long section here. Nice. Okay, it looks like we've already done some of this. All right, this section is complete. That section is complete. Let's have a run down here. That needs to be done. Along with this. Like that. All right, this whole section is complete here. All right, those all look good. Let me see. Is this from whence I came? I think it is. Yeah, because it looks like that's been completed in that. And here. All right. Let's have a look over here. We'll start at this dead end. This, I'll put one there. Or like that. One here. One here. Looks like that section's been completed, and this section too. Nice. See, it's weird. Sometimes this is hard to keep track of, right? Like I don't know on which sections I've worked because it goes quicker than sometimes I feel, right? So yeah, I know this stuff hasn't been done yet. I'm going to do that. Then along here, I'm going to do one there and one there. Across here, I could put one there, and then maybe one pie. Oh, I think I know where I am. Yeah, let's break that up. Let's head on into here. Right up there. Okay, let's get right along down this wall right here. One there and maybe one here. And then for this wall, we'll do something like that. This wall's a little bit shorter. 2 should be enough for that. Okay, another dead end. Now we should have some in place already along this wall. Maybe not this one, though. Some key places. Yeah, let's go. This wall should be pretty much all set here. Let's take a look at this. One right there, one right here. All right, none right there. Okay, here we have a very long run. So let's just do one wall, and then we'll do the other. So something like that. Maybe one here. One there. One there. Just try to break up some of this black stone. Then we'll come down, we'll do the other wall on this side. All right, that's good. Maybe only 3 in that section. Maybe only 2 there. That's shorter. Let's see, like that. Like this, like this. Okay, section, we've already been there. We've already been here. That's good. We just like tore through that whole corner of the maze, so It doesn't look like any of this has been done. I can see right there, but not anywhere along here. Trying not to think too hard about this. Honestly, I am. Good. And, you know, I will give myself a pat on the back. I think I'm doing quite well in that regard. How about this in here? Have we done any of this yet? I don't think we have. Down here. Good. This is actually going on quite quickly. See, we've already done those sections. We've completed those. It looks like that section has been done. Maybe not with this one, though. This dead end in here. Good. What about down here? That's been completed. That section, good. Looks like that's good. I don't think this has been done. No, it hasn't. And it's nice and bright through here, too. All right, I'm trying to find a dead end so I can start from there. Yeah, here we go. This is good. How am I doing for time? Wow, we are actually at the end of stream already. Let's find a really cool spot right here into the maze. This is a pretty good looking section right around here. There we go. Of course, you guys are in ads right now, so I apologize. But we'll finish things up here. I think we're going to end the stream right about here. I think we made some excellent progress today. We learned a new command. So I'm going to have to make sure I get that down before I and add that to my document. But let's see if there's anybody to whom we can raid out. Let's see. Well, Jeannie is streaming once more. And she's streaming Apex Legends again. You could drop in and say hi to Janie. Again, I gotta hightail it right on out of here. I gotta go fetch Kati today. But let's set up to raid Janie. Janie-chan. Of course, the viewers are in ad break right now. I guess the other message was the warning that the notification that the ad break is coming up. Now we are in the ad break. So I will pause for a moment. Okay, and I think you guys are back. So you guys can see that there is the raid message right there in the chat. You can copy and paste that into the chat if you would like to join us. And I always suggest that the viewers join us on these raids. Even if you can't stay for the entire stream, if you could drop in and just say hi, and maybe if you feel so inclined, follow some bits, some sub, that would be really cool. Let's set up the raid itself. There we go. And the raid for Cheska is counting down now. Family-friendly viewers, just be advised that Cheska's stream is rated mature for some language and stuff like that. But she's super cool. We share a lot of community, so chances are you'll see somebody over there that you know. And with that, let's wrap things up here. Just remember, everyone, that we do this Generation stream every Wednesday from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our next stream will be Friday. This will be our last Buffooncraft Season 5 stream. That'll be from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. on Pacific Standard Time. And we'll be wrapping things up on the Season 5 map and server and stuff. So make sure you drop in for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then the stream after that will be Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will be Kachi time. Very well, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you happen to be. Join us again next time. I always love seeing you guys, so drop on in whenever you can. Raiding out to Cheska now. Bye for now, everyone.